Hey, what's up? So we're back in the kitchen again today. Told you, something always gotta happen. Back in the kitchen again today. So what we're gonna do today is got some beets here, got some flour, we got some anchovies, got some anchovies. That's not for today. That over there. And some chicken legs. That's separate. That's not really a part. That's not really a part of this video as usual. But I'm gonna fry some chicken on the side too. But that's for me for right now. But today we're gonna go ahead. I knew it. Today we're gonna go ahead and get these this beet ravioli started and situated. Beet ravioli with anchovies. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started right now. So what we're gonna do is take this flour here. We're gonna take some flour. Since ravioli takes like 6 hours to set up, so I had to go ahead and get this in early right now. So we're gonna take some flour. We're gonna take about for the amount that I'm making, I'm going to do about three and a half cups of flour, somewhere around in there, making a small batch of ravioli, just for me. A lot of people don't like beet ravioli with anchovies, but I do. So, I always got camera issues here, like I always told you. There's always an issue going on here. So if I can get this situated, I think that's a little bit better. So since everybody don't like beet ravioli, which I do, so I got about 3.5 cups of flour in here, roughly 3.5 cups. Gonna add a little bit more just to even it out. Make sure that's about 3.5 cups. About 3.5 cups. I'm gonna take one beet, and we're going to cut it. And we're going to cut it. Let me turn this grease down for my chicken. Hold on for a minute. I got that going as well. Turn that down to one. I'm going to get a pot of water. But I know you can't hear me. Probably can hear me, but you probably can't. So we're going to get a little pot of water going here. I'll show it to you in a minute. So we got the beets. We got the flour. Here's the water for the beet. So what we're going to do is, okay, so you can see, I told you I'm always having issues with this camera every time I come in here and try to get this going. So anyway, we're going to just keep rolling with it. We're going to take just one beet. And today, I will, as usual, I'll take the one beet. I'll take the one beet, and I'm going to slice the one beet up as so. I'm going to slice it up into this water, like I do. I'm going to slice the beet up into this water, just a little bit. And really, what I'm trying to do is trying to get a liquid to go with this into this paste, this ravioli paste. So I got to make the beet liquid to go into this ravioli paste to give it its color. So what we're going to do is, because I'm not making that type of beet ravioli where where you actually cut up the beets and put them inside the actual ravioli and cook it like that. No, I'm going to make I'm going to color my ravioli in this beet juice and let it sit. Today, normally, I'm always in a fast mood, and I normally do it for like 3 hours in the freezer or whatever. But today, we're going to go ahead and let it sit for about 6 hours and let it all come together the way that it actually should be. So anyway, so I got like one beet. It was a small beet. These are small beets. These are not big beets. They're about this size. Got one of those, cut it up, got it in the water. The water's already starting to turn red as we speak. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this on the stove and let this come to a boil. We're going to put it on 9, let that come to a boil. And we're going to go ahead and get the ravioli paste going. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 4 eggs. Now, depending on you and depending on the ratio of flour to egg mixture that you use is up to you. Some people use 6 eggs to flour ratio mixture. It just depends on you and how many you're trying to make, and if you're making a big batch or a small batch or whatever. If I'm making a small batch, I'm not making a big batch. So normally, I would probably have about 6 cups of flour in here for a big batch. 6 cups of flour, and I would do about 8 to 9 eggs and 6 cups of flour. But today we're going to go to 3.5 cups of flour with 4 eggs. It depends. The reason why I say that is because depending on your location, flour differs in different locales. So if you're in a high altitude climate, low altitude climate, humidity, no humidity, whatever. So anyway, since I'm in the desert and I'm pretty much under no humidity and I'm at a low altitude, so my egg to flour ratio is going to be probably a little different than yours. So I'm going to use 4 eggs here, 3.5 cups of flour, 4 eggs. And it also depends on where you're at in the desert. You can be in the high desert, low desert. Some deserts are humid and some deserts are not. So that just depends on your locale. So, and then we're going to go ahead and sprinkle this oil in here. We're just going to pretty much just like stir it up. And I'm going to use a grocery bag. I'm going to use a grocery bag. You can use a Ziploc bag if you want to. Most people prefer to use a Ziploc bag or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to use a grocery bag for mine. And I have this here, this beet stem here that was in the grocery bag, which is dripping a little bit of this beet juice all into this bag. So I'm going to do that too before I oil this bag. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out some of this beet juice into here like I'm doing. So I'm going to do a couple of these like this. Go ahead and squeeze this beet juice. That's why I'm using a store plastic bag, because doing it this way, some people like to wash their Ziploc bags and reuse them, but this is not going to be reusable. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. And I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some more beet juice into this bag before I oil it, because you got to get the bag nice and oiled before we put the paste in. And as you can see, I did nothing else to this flour mixture, which I will be doing in a minute. It does not require baking powder or anything like that, depending on your location. Now, salt, it will require some salt, which I will be adding in a minute. You can add baking powder depending on your location. Like my location, it wouldn't hurt if I added a tablespoon or a teaspoon, about a tablespoon of baking powder. It wouldn't hurt me at all. It would it wouldn't disturb mine at all. It's not required, but I could do it. Most people can't. Most people shouldn't, so I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some more of this beet juice into this bag and get it going like so. There's not that much beet juice in this bag. I probably, if I can get it on camera to show you how much I got in here for now compared to the juice that I'm making, it's really not that much. As you can see, beet juice is all over my hands. And if you can get into the bag itself. I want more beet juice in here. I want more coloring in here. So I'm going to sit here and do a couple of more to get it to where that I want it. For those who want to go the faster route, you can like take this and rub it into the bag if you want to go that route. You know, you can take it and go that way if you want to do it that way, but I'm not going to do it that way. Since I have a lot of these stems here, I got a lot of stems over here on these beets, so I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the juice out of these stems into this bag like so. I'm only going to do a couple of more, and I'm going to go ahead and start the process of getting some of this stem juice also into my flour. Not much because I got the other one on the stove. Because a ravioli really doesn't require liquid at all. I mean, like water or anything like that, or but to color it, you have to, if you want it colored, you have to color it the way that you choose to color it. Other than that, it only takes like egg and oil and salt to get it going. Depending on what type of ravioli you want, you can also flavor your ravioli with rosemary or thyme, basil, whatever, turmeric, curry, whatever, And speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and probably deviate this recipe right now. Since I mentioned that, I'm going to go ahead and deviate this just a tad bit. I'm going to go ahead and get some curry and put it in there. Just a little bit, not much. We got some curry. Just going to use a little bit of curry, not much. Like less than half a teaspoon. Really like 2 or 3 dots. Something like that, if you can see. Which I probably doubt you can see how much that is. Like that much. Very little. I'm going to go ahead and add some curry to this. Since I added the curry, I'm not going to add as much salt as I would normally add. Since I added the curry, I would normally add about 2 teaspoons of salt. So we're going to kind of measure about a teaspoon of salt, since a little bit more, about a teaspoon and a half of salt. Since I added the curry, that'll soak up some of the rest of the salt for that. And I'll just do that way. That's fine. My beet juice on the stove is doing pretty well. I just came back from the market, the grocery store, as usual, as some people do. And vegetable oil right now is kind of expensive, so we're not going to go there with that. And another thing about this here, which I'm going to do really, really quick. So I got to do this really, really, really quick. I got another product to endorse on this as well. So there's another product I got to endorse here. So we're going to go ahead and add the oil in here, which is about 1/4 of a cup of oil. And we're going to add just about that, about 4 tablespoons to the bag. So the other product that I have to sit here and endorse, which is also a good product, is which I don't recommend to a lot of people, but some people do, and I'm one of those people. Sometimes I take a magic erase and hit my teeth like this, and it's not something I do all the time, but every now and then, if you kind of like, I know you're like, that's disgusting. I know you're not doing that right now. Anyway, but anyway, and you're like, that's disgusting. Why are you doing that? And especially putting that in your mouth right now and what I'm about to do. But anyway, so I got to go ahead, and one thing about this beets, which a lot of people don't like, which is one of the main reasons a lot of people don't like beets, is because it will stain your counter like crazy. So I have to hurry up and get these off the counter. If I don't, and I let it sit, that red dye will kind of like try to set in and stain the counter, which we're not trying to do. You see, I wiped, I pretty much got this part already. It was some over here, as you can see over there, but yeah. So that's another reason why some people don't like beets as well. So because it will stain your countertop. So this is one of those things that you have to do quickly. When they hit the counter and they start bleeding, and some people call it beet blood or whatever you want to call it, but the beet juice, whatever. When it hits the counter, can't let it sit no more than a couple of minutes, and get you a magic erase. And I found that only magic erase works with this type of thing. It also works well with your Hawaiian Punch packets that some people like those Hawaiian Punch packets. I don't prefer Hawaiian Punch packets because it has aspartame in it. But other than that, I probably would. But other than that, since it has aspartame in it, I don't really engage into the Hawaiian Punch packet. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. We're here to make this beet ravioli as well. And I was at the grocery store just a minute ago, and this was on sale today. So we had some white beans that was on sale today, which is going to go into my next cosmic apple cake, because there's 3 ingredients that this has a similar taste to that goes into the cosmic apple cake. So I'm gonna use this instead. When I make the next cosmic apple cake, I'm going to use some of this instead of the other 3 ingredients that go into it. It has a similar taste, so we'll see if it comes out just about the same. More than likely it will. So anyway, we got the eggs, we got the oil, we got the flour, we got the beet juice on the stove. We're going to go ahead and give this a mix up. Before I started mixing this though, I can go ahead and start mixing it as well. As you notice, I didn't, there wasn't much of the beet juice going inside of this ravioli as of yet. So, and like I told you, ravioli really doesn't take liquid. So, you have to be very careful at this point. You don't want that much liquid inside of ravioli. So, and then I found that if you use it when it's hot, if you can see, there you go, you can see that. So if you use it when it's hot, it works a little bit better. And you have to ladle it in by the teaspoons. Some people, you could say you could use red food coloring if you want to, but we're not. So, and when I mean ladle it in, it's like if I can just drop this into my hand, you can see how much you have to start at a time, like a couple of drops at a time. So we're gonna go ahead and get this in here. That's like 3 drops right there. That's about 3 drops. I'm gonna go ahead and get in about 3 more drops. That's about a drop. So this is the only hard part about making the beet ravioli. You have to ladle this beet juice in here like this. Unless you do it cold, unless you boil it, sit it in there. I'm making this like right now, so it's in some places you can probably buy beet juice already in a can or in a bottle or whatever. Or you can sit here and take the time to squeeze out the beet juice out of the stalks or whatever, of the beets, whatever. So anyway, and since I got some of that beet juice into this bag already, we're going to let it go like that. And we're just going ahead and ladle this, so I might as well, like they say when you ask somebody, maybe this is where they got it from. When you're, when you're eating at somebody's table, you're not supposed to put your elbows on the table, whatever. Maybe this is where they got that idea from. Maybe those people were into this because this is that type of thing that you really is going to have to sit here and kind of like. I told you, this is the tedious part about this, especially when it's hot. especially when you just make it like it's hot, because you have to, like I told you, ravioli doesn't require liquid like water, milk, or whatever, lick juice or whatever. So it's pretty much just egg, egg flour and oil and salt and whatever seasoning that you're using. Today we got curry, just a little bit. So I'm going to sit here and have to sit here and just ladle this in for a minute. Been on here for 20 minutes right now, so you might see me sitting here ladling this in for the next 5 to 10 minutes so I can get this in here correctly. And I got the oil over there on the stove for the chicken that I'm about to cook. It's on 1, so it's like simmering, which I really need to turn it off. This chicken is nowhere near seasoned or anything like that, none whatsoever. So we're just gonna sit here and we're just gonna start ladling this in. I'm gonna be here for, it says 20 minutes, so you probably see me do this for about another 3 or 4 minutes, just ladling this in slowly, 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 just for the color and, you know, the taste as well. So, and the anchovies is what's, let me see if we can get a better, closer shot of this, because I would think you can really get a shot of the ladling process, of how little, that was a little bit much there for that ladling process, to see how I'm ladling this. And you see, just like drops like that. So that's been 1 minute of me dropping these little drops in here. So I still got like 3 more minutes to go doing this. So for those people out there that are new to the channel or whatever the case may be, you haven't liked, shared, or subscribed, or whatever the case may be, you can go ahead and do that now while I'm sitting here doing this. And this is another thing for those people that if you want to know how to make good tamales, not saying that you know, tamales is something that you do by hand and stuff like that. But if you're like trying to make like tamales or stuff, something like this would kind of get you in prepared for that, kind of like get you in the mood, so you can sit here with this pot and ladling this in like this slowly. Because when you make tamales, you really have to get your hand inside of that masa and work it and work it and work it and work it and work it. So before you try to make some good tamales like people do, like the authentic people do, not saying that they are a part of this community as well, that, you know, that's where they got this idea from, or, you know, that gives them that extra technique of getting that good hand gesture movement inside that pot to make that tamale. But if you are a new cook and you may say, well, you know what, I may want to look up a tamale recipe or whatever on YouTube or whatever, and I might see somebody making tamales or whatever, and you're not quite there yet as into working with like flour, cornmeal, masa in this type, shape, form, fashion, to where you have to be kind of like take your time, and it's kind of like, it's a delicate process, because tamales take a long time to cook as well. Tamales take a long time to make. So that's the thing about it. So I've been here for, it says 23, so I still got like, yeah, I'm still sitting up here like I got about 3 more minutes to do this. But anyway, but since I have nothing else to do, I can sit here and just ladle this in. You can see the process going like this. So anyway, this is the way it goes. And so for the ravioli, I mean for the anchovies are going to go on the inside. Lo and behold, I'm glad I'm going to let this sit for the whole 6 hours, because right now I can't even think about where the rolling pin is. It's not where it would normally be. So I think I put it in the garage somewhere. I'm gonna have to go find the rolling pin. I think it's in the garage somewhere. That's why I'm not going to do this today, because I can't even tell you where the rolling pin is right now, to be honest with you. But I think it's in the garage somewhere, in a container somewhere out there, storage bin. So it's been almost 5 minutes. It's been a little bit like 4 minutes or so. So I'm still going to go ahead and just continue to ladle this in like this, slowly, 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 because this is hot. And I know you like that was a bit much. Each time I show you how I'm ladling it in, it's always a bit much on that part. But it's more so like this. I'm really doing it more so like that. I don't know why every time I try to show it to you, it's more than what I'm doing, but that's just the way it goes. So you're gonna take it slowly. Like this one here is a little bit more than, I guess that's when I was talking to you. So that's a little bit more than that. So I have to drop a little bit more back in there. And then when it's more like that, you have to drop, 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 drop. That was about 4 or 5, 6 drops there. That was a 6 dropper there. But these are like 2 and 3 drops. That was 1, 2. So yeah, so today this is a 4 or 5 dropper too. It's almost Christmas, so I'm gonna have this done before Christmas. I don't think I'm going to be eating this for Christmas per se myself. Been here for 5 minutes. I still got about the way that it's looking. Told you that this is a tedious process, and it just depends on, like I told you, however you're going to do this. If you got cold beets, beet juice, you could really ramp this up and go a lot faster. And another way that you can do this is without going through all of this as well is which I don't have any of those. I don't have any of those appliances in here, but some people know how to make powder out of beets. You can make the beet powder itself, like if you cut them up, dehydrate them, and you know the whole process, and grind, powder it or whatever, turn it into powder. If you got beet powder, that's a you got it going on today if you got the beet powder. Which I know they sell that somewhere too. But a lot of people like me, myself, when it comes to those type products, I can't say products are fake or this, that, and the other, and I don't want to get into that conversation at all, to be honest with you. But that's why I just choose to do it this way. But you can buy, you can do it the way that you want to do it. If you like this, you may not like it. It's actually good. So it just depends on the person, however you decide to do it. And to get this red color in here, you can also use other things. I mean, you don't have to use the beet. You can use pomegranate as well. You can use red cabbage as well, which is another thing. You can use red cabbage to get the red color in there as well. But red cabbage does not taste like beets, so yours going to taste a little different. But if I did red cabbage with this, if I said I was making like beet ravioli with anchovies, if I did it with red cabbage, I would have to choose like shrimp. I would choose shrimp, but I know other people would choose lobster. But I would choose shrimp if I was doing red cabbage. But most people would do lobster if they was doing like a red ravioli with red cabbage and lobster inside of it, and you make your own sauce that goes on top. You make your own sauce that goes on top. What kind of sauce are we going to have with this is the question that most people are probably asking, because this is just beet ravioli with anchovies. I have white beans. That I was there. It was on sale today. It was 99 cents a can. So yeah. So mine are going to go with white beans. So I'll probably make a white bean sauce to go with mine. And you make your white bean sauce the way that you make your white bean sauce. If you wanted to make a good white bean sauce, you would take like half a can of white beans. Kind of like do a refry, like refried beans, mash them up, get you a nice little like what you mash your potatoes with, mash them up in a little pot, or that little whatever that is that they use nowadays, the little thing that you put in the emulsifier or whatever that is. All of those new gadgets they got. You kind of like take the emulsifier with your white beans, add some depending on the way that you're doing it, because this is already going to be like in the red category. So I would do white wine as well, or any type of cognac liquor, say Kahlua or Crown Royal, something like that. You would take like Crown Royal, Kahlua, white wine, something like that. Mix that with your white bean, make a nice little sauce to go with that. And take the emulsifier, whatever. You know, you just put your white beans in the. You know, I forget that a lot of people don't know how to cook. A lot of people are not into, especially this type of cooking, especially making these type of dishes. A lot of people are very traditional. Give me fried chicken, hamburger, hot dog, pizza, you know, spaghetti type stuff. So outside of that, you know, if you're not eating pork chops, you know, just regular run-of-the-mill stuff. But when you're trying to, you know, when you're getting in the kitchen and, you know, you want to learn how to cook, you want decent, good stuff. You know, sometimes you don't want the same everyday stuff. So anyway, this is taking a minute. So that's been 10 minutes there, and I still ain't got enough in there. But at this point, because this is still sitting here and congealing together, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and try to get this ravioli formed, because I didn't form it all the way. So it was still kind of like egg here and oil there and flour here and flour there. But eventually we're going to get this into a ball. And as you can see, it still has no color to it as of yet. But I have to get into this ball because it's just sitting there soaking up. Now I got it into a ball. Not the cabal, but I got it into a ball, which you can see there. Kind of sort of see there. But it's into a ball, as you can see. And it still hasn't got the red color yet. Like I told you, this doesn't take liquid, so I'm going to sit here and shoot the breeze with you a couple more minutes about this. And then what I'm going to have to do, because I don't want this video to be that very long, what I'm going to do is go ahead and ramp this up, because what I'm going to have to do is, which is fine with me, because I'm just doing this to show you how to make beet ravioli. Now, I know how to make beet ravioli, so I know how to make ravioli of any type, sort, kind, whatever. But anyway, I choose like beet ravioli with anchovies. So since if you was making tamales, whatever, you would understand what I'm talking about, and you would sit here and you would continue to drizzle this all in here for about the next 30, 45 minutes. But since I don't have that much time on the clock for the battery and all that, so I'm not going to sit here and drizzle this in for the next 30, 45 minutes, just so that so it won't absorb that much water. What we're going to do is we're going to have to make a shortcut as well, which is all right. That's why I'm glad I kind of got it into the bag a little bit. As you see, the oil is coming out as well. Got to get that up real quick before that gets on there, but you probably can't see that. I'll see if I can get the camera over here to let you see that the bag is sort of kind of got the little redness to it. Not much, as you can see. Not much in there as of yet. So, like I said, you can use red food coloring, or you could, I don't want to use red food coloring or whatever. You could, I'm going to show you what you could use, which is what I was talking about. And it will work. It would actually work for this situation. Don't think that it won't, because it actually will. You could use the Hawaiian Punch mix. You could use this as well. I'm going to go ahead and open this up for you to let you see what I'm talking about. It has the nice little, I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't see that, but I'll figure out a way to make you see the little, you can see it. But see, you see the little red color? Yeah, you could use that as well. But since this has aspartame in it, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. Since I got this beet juice going to my skin anyway, my hands are turning pretty red. So we're going to go ahead and wash the hands with that. Do that like that. We're going to go ahead and do it like that. Not going to get all off into that. So some people know what I'm talking about when I do that. So you know, some people know what aspartame is, some people don't. You go look it up for yourself. So anyway, at that point, there you go. Whatever, whatever. So that's just another process of the situation. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take some of these beet slices and stick it into this bag, like so. We're going to go ahead and take some of these beet slices and stick into this bag. Then we're going to take all these beet slices and stick it into this bag. And it's going to sit in the refrigerator for 6 hours. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead. And since these are still hot, I'm going to have to let these cool off in this bag for a minute. As I put them in here, we're going to go ahead and put these beet slices into the bag as well. Because I'm not going to sit here and show you me doing that for the next 45 minutes. So I can go ahead and discard the beet juice, but I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and show you that too. So I'm gonna show you another good thing. Some people like this and some people don't. But anyway, we're going to do it today. So, like I say, I got some chicken legs here from the grocery store. We're going to go ahead and stick these chicken legs right into this beet juice as well. Just going to go ahead and stick those in there and let those marinate inside of this beet juice, since I'm not going to throw this beet juice away. I'm going to go ahead and stick these chicken legs in there. I got the grease on the stove or whatever, so we're going to go ahead and stick this in there for a minute. Let that soak up and put that to the side. We're going to, since I got them in there, I'm going to go ahead and do it all the way up. So I'm going to go ahead and add the salt as well. I'm going to go ahead and add the salt to my liquid here. Quite a bit of salt as well, because this is sitting in beet juice water, so I'm going to need quite a bit of salt in here. And you know, like I say, I'm not going to let this marinate that long. I'm going to show, so yeah, this is going to be pretty salty. Not salty for the chicken, but I got to add a pretty decent amount of salt to this here. So we got that going. We're going to take this over to the side. We'll get to frying that in a little while. Maybe I'll show you that, maybe I won't. But anyway, I got some beet juice on the counter. Got my magic erase. Got to get this off of here, like so. Like that. So here we go. So we got the beets inside the bag. And this ball is not quite conducive because it doesn't have enough oil on it. So you're gonna add oil. You have to find your ratio to flour, egg, oil mixture to make your ravioli. Like I told you, depending on your climate and where you are. So I don't know about you and yours, but here I had to add some more oil to the top to it, which was about another third of a cup of oil to this for my locale, for my location. And I added that much because this bag is not heavily oiled or greased, because I got those beets in there. So, you know, you want a well-greased oiled bag as well to sit this into the refrigerator with. So stuff like that. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna take like this ball, like this, a ball, something like this. If you can see the consistency here, you can almost see how you can see the consistency there. So you see that would be a nice ravioli consistency as well. So kind of shape it a little bit, kind of get it together. It's not going to be real stiff or anything like that. It's just going to be a nice ball of pasta. So this is pasta. So we're making pasta today. Ravioli is nothing but pasta. So if you like spaghetti, linguine, lasagna, rigatoni, anything in the pasta family, here you go. All you need is the proper machine to cut with, to roll out and cut with, and you can make either spaghetti, you can make angel hair pasta, spaghetti noodles, lasagna noodles, whatever. Nice little recipe for those people who don't know how to make pasta as well. Like I say, depending on your locale, your location, you have to follow your dictates of your environment. So this is my environment. I can smell it, and it smells very good. Smells very, very, very good. Smells like, I'll tell you what it smells like. It smells like a good, I don't know if you like the way angel hair pasta smell. I don't know if you like the way spaghetti smells. Spaghetti noodles smell. It smells just like spaghetti noodles. Pretty much that's all it is. So we got it into a nice little ball, like so. Since I said I'm not going to sit here for 45 minutes, with that, we're going to dump this ball right onto these beets or whatever. And we got some on the bottom. We're going to put some on top, like so. If I can get the camera in there, and I can show you the bag or whatever in a minute. And like I said, you see I got more beets, whatever. So in the final one, this will be done tomorrow. It takes 6 hours. So you probably won't see that process of the, you're not going to see this whole process. I'm not doing that. I don't have any already pre-made or pre-ready to go, so I'm not doing that. So I'm going ahead and discard this bowl, this pan right here. Go ahead and toss this out. I don't know if you can hear me from over there, so therefore I'm going to continue to talk. That's why I came over here to see about this. So, yeah, so you can make spaghetti that way, lasagna that way, whatever kind of pasta dish that you like to make, bow tie, or whatever the case may be. Macaroni and cheese, if you're making elbow noodles, you want to make macaroni and cheese or whatever. So you can make macaroni and cheese the same way. You just have to roll it out and get you you have to invest in a pasta cutter, so you can cut up your pasta into macaroni noodles or whatever. And to me, I think when you do like some people do stuffed shells and cheese and stuff like that. So like shell pasta, elbow pasta, whatever the case may be. So there you go for that. So we're pretty much making that kind of stuff. So like I said, you got more than likely you got to use a machine for that. So the best thing I would do with that type of pasta, if you don't have a machine or anything like that, what you would have to do is roll it out, get a rolling pin, roll it out. Either make spaghetti or ravioli. Cut it up into squares, roll it out really thin with flour on the board. Roll it out really thin. Roll it out to a nice consistency to get it to where it's at, which is pretty thin. You have to roll it out pretty thin, but roll it out pretty thin, cut it into squares. Set it on a plate to the side. Add whatever ingredients that you're adding into your ravioli. And that's it. So I already cut the grease off of the chicken, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the grease back on for the chicken, because that's another thing we're going to do here, since I'm not going to let this, we're not going to let that marinate. We're not going to let that chicken marinate all day and all night either. We're not going to do that either. So anyway, this is just for you guys, so you can see what's going on here. So we're going to kind of do it like that. There's something at the bottom. I can't really turn it over so you can see the bottom, but so it's going to be something like that. And we're going to go ahead and close this up into the jar, like so. And for some of those, at least when I do it like this, if I don't at least have the color texture that I'm looking for, at least I would definitely have the taste texture that I'm looking for. So that's why I'm going to do it this way. So therefore, at least I will have the taste texture. Maybe not the color texture, but the taste texture will be pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the refrigerator and let it sit there for 6 hours or so or more. Here's going to be pretty much more than 6 hours. So I'm going to do a little something here for some people, for some other people as well, which you don't really see too much on my channel. But I'm going to go ahead and bring these two people together. And get mad if you want to. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like they say, Like some people say, your house, your kitchen, you cook things the way that you cook. We're going to cook the things that the way that we're going to cook it. So, and that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to go ahead and bring these people together, and we're going to go ahead and do it that way. So what we got here, we got another skillet. What we're going to add to this skillet here is what we want to add to this skillet here is. I know you're gonna be like, oh my God, no, no, but yeah. Not adding, not adding. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna add. Since I'm bringing these people together, and some people are like, oh my God, no, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna add 2. We're going to add 2 teaspoons sugar. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of sugar here. We're going to add about a good 6 to 8, which would be about 4 or 5 tablespoons of curry to this. And then 4 or 5 tablespoons of curry. We got some, we have some juniper berries here. We're going to take these juniper berries as well. We're going to take that up. You gotta kind of use your fingers here and kind of do it like this. Get that nice smell in there. Get some juniper. That was 1 juniper berry there. We're going to put 1 juniper berry there. We're going to do about. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11. We have 11 juniper berries going in here. So we're going to cut. We're going to go ahead and smash up. You know, I told you I don't have all that equipment stuff. So if you're looking at my channel, you'll be like, well, you know, such got a machine. You know, such, just put it in the machine and grind it up real quick for you. But anyway, or, you know, take a knife or whatever and cut it up, whatever case. But I don't have a machine for all that. So anyway, so what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and do this by hand like a lot of times I do. And I would do that for you right now, but I don't have the macadamia nut milk to go with the peanut butter pie, which I can make the peanut butter pie with juniper berry milk, but I'm not going to do that for you today. I'm not going to go there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, because I could do I only got 1 can of white beans. It was on sale for 99 cents. If I would have got 2 cans of white beans, I would have ended up making a peanut butter. I would have had, you know, you can make. So I'm not making a pie crust today either. So I'm not doing all that. You know, it's Christmas time, and people, you know, this is Christmas in America, and so this is Christmas time in America. So that's what goes on here. So another a way that you can make a good peanut butter pie is to take some white beans and take some juniper berries, and if you had an emulsifier or whatever the case may be, or take the white bean sauce like I was just telling you earlier with the liquor or whatever, the white wine or the cognac or vodka or whatever, the Kahlua or whatever. Mix that together with the juniper berries. You know, if you're not using macadamia nut milk, you can do that as well. So and make a little milk out of that, kind of like make a juniper berry white bean milk out of that, and you know, go ahead and finish your make your peanut butter pie the way that you would want to make. You know, you make your peanut butter pie the way that you want to make your peanut butter pie. If you don't like peanut butter pie, then that's on you. I personally enjoy peanut butter pie, but I'm not making peanut butter pie today. We're gonna do this fried chicken here. I got that grease over there, which is high. I gotta turn it down. When you have one of these type of stoves, I'm gonna have to take this off the heat altogether. When you got one of those type of stoves that seems to act like I had to take that off, because you can see that grease is at a really high fry point right now. You seen the kind of stove that is over there. It's one of them push buttons, and I tell it I want it on 3, and it tells me it want it on 9. So, you know, it is what it is. So Stoves like that you got to watch. And them type of stoves you can't kind of like run out the kitchen and say I'm finna run to the store and leave you on. I mean you can put it on 3 or whatever, and I've never seen it raise up in temperature as you know as it's sitting on the stove or whatever. But when you're trying to turn it on and get it on to the temperature that you want, it might say you might want it on 4 or 5, and it'll say, well, no, 3, 1, whatever, whatever. It's one of those type stoves. Anyway. So we got the 2 teaspoons, sorry for that. We got the 2 teaspoons here of sugar. We got about 6 or 7, and actually that's about 5 tablespoons of curry. We have 11 juniper berries in here cut up. We have the chicken sitting there in beet juice and salt. Going to let that sit in the beet juice and salt for a little while longer. Let this grease cool down a little bit too. And it depends on the kind of grease that you're using to fry your chicken in. And today, I'll tell you what kind of grease that I'm using today. I'm going to actually add some more to this. You know, what they always say, olive oil is not good to be frying chicken with, which is not. But I have a blend here. I have a blend of lard. I have a blend here. This is the blend that I'm frying the chicken in today. We're going to use, if you can see that. Might be disgusting to some people, but let's see if you can see that. I know it's backwards, but it's called Snowcap. Doesn't say it on the, it says mantica on the top there, but there it says, mantica is translated into lard. So we have the Snowcap lard there. And we have Blue Bonnet, we have a stick of Blue Bonnet in here. So we got lard, Blue Bonnet, and olive oil in here. And we're gonna go ahead and put this back on the stove. And we're gonna turn it on. Like I told you, it's got a little mind of its own, so it went to 5 right now, so it did pretty good. The content went down. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of this flour that's in this bag. I just opened up that flour, which I just got from the store. So we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the flour from this bag, which is not much, into here as well. And as you can see, we're not using Lowry seasoning salt, Morton seasoning salt, none of those Pringle seasonings. We're not using anybody's seasoned salt today. No disrespect to Miss Brown, Miss Tabitha Brown, no disrespect to you. But we'll slide you into this show as well, since this is not vegan, this is not vegetarian. But by the end of this little show, which I've been here for an hour, give me about another hour or so to do something. I'll end up doing something with Tabitha Brown on her seasoning, and I'll hook that up with her seasoning as well. For the vegan people in the vegan community, I'll do something for you as well. But and a lot of people in the vegan community is like, oh my God, I don't want that. You got lard and chicken fat, and over there you got lard and all of that stuff over there. I don't want any of that. But anyway, it's all going to be separate or whatever the case may be. So we're going to go ahead and mix this flour up in here like so. And it smells so good. It really does. The juniper and the curry. Smells really good. We got some juniper, the curry, and for those, I can't bring. Some people don't want to be together. Some people don't like each other. Whatever the case may be. So in that case, we're not going to let this chicken sit in this beet all night so we can absorb all that flavor and color and get into it. We're not going to do that. So we're going to have to go with what we have right now. So that's what we're going to do. And for those people, we'll always have cayenne pepper here. So we're going to have to actually add some cayenne pepper to this. We're going to add a little heat to this as well. You know, for that, for those people. And see, for me, it's not going to bother me because I'm having beet ravioli, so I can get that. I'll still have the flavor that I'm looking for. But for those out there that are, you know, whatever. Since this is, on the, rare, on the spot, run of the mill, right now type things, it is. None of this was prepared beforehand. Today's, most of my meals that I cook on a daily basis, I don't go by meal planner. So it is what it is. I don't plan them daily. I don't plan my meals daily. So today is what it is. But for me and for you, since I'm going to do a cheat style here with this as well, we're going to cheat a little bit with this beet. We have strawberries. We're going to thinly slice a little bit of strawberries into the flour. Not much, and we're not going to use this whole strawberry. We're just going to thinly slice some strawberries also into this flour. This is what I call cheat mode when I get into this. See, this is how I'm going to kind of cheat it a little bit. Just put a little bit, not much, and I'm going to show you how much I'm using, how much I cut off the strawberry. It's not going to be much. Just enough. Just about that much, which is nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 little thin cuts about that size. 6 little thin cuts about that size. So we got that in there. Cheat mode. Since I'm not going to let it sit all night long and all of that, so we're going to go into cheat mode. We're going to go ahead and kind of like stir that into the flour as well to give it the little extra oomph that I'm looking for my beet, for the beets and for the chicken. There we go. We got that. So we're going to go ahead and start to add. See, this chicken is starting to take on the color. It's been in there long enough to start to take on the color, as you can see. It's starting to take it on. So we're going to go ahead and add this into the flour like this. Going to go ahead and mix this up. And since I'm using a small pot to cook this in. I'm not really deep frying this. And you're not going to see me cook all of this chicken. So what we're going to do is you may get to see the process of 2 of these chicken legs come out, and then the rest, of course, is going to be on my time, and you won't see all of that. But I'm just giving you a little idea of, how you can change up your holiday, how you can change up, how you can actually kind of like get into like making, like some people like to make hot wings on New Year's. So, maybe you might want to change it up and make some, hot chicken legs, maybe you want some, some of them hot chicken legs, instead of making hot wings, make, those hot legs. So anyway, speaking of which, and I don't want to get sued for talking about nobody on here, but, or, as they say, you using my lyrics in your song, in your video, but anyway, so if you want to make hot legs for New Year's, you can make hot legs. And this is a good way to make hot legs. And this is actually a good way to make buffalo wings and hot wings for those people who actually don't know how to cook. And for those people that actually go out there and just hook up regular chicken by itself and add your seasoning to it and let it marinate overnight when you're making hot wings or buffalo wings. If you really want to make some good hot wings or good buffalo wings, you will want to soak them, you will want to marinate those chicken wings in beet juice overnight. If not, freeze them in that beet juice and keep them in there like, if you're a meal prepper, a dietitian, or whatever the case may be, if you're one of those type people, this is something that you could do like a month in advance, like on December 1st of next year. What you can do is get your chicken legs into some beet juice and freeze them until, get your chicken wings or your legs or your thighs or your breast or the whole chicken itself. Some people, I fry whole chicken too. So I've done that too. I actually like frying whole chickens as well too. But you can actually do all of that, get it prepared, let it sit for a month inside your beet juice, and on like New Year's or whatever, birthday, holiday, whatever. Especially for somebody's birthday, if you want to, like, people who like chicken or whatever, and you want to have a nice little chicken dinner for them for their birthday or whatever. This is a good that it's really a good recipe. I mean, I don't know if people, some people don't invest in certain things, and then you can still season it the way that you want to season. Like if you want to use your Larry seasoning salt and your Morton seasoning salt, or all that other stuff. I don't even know who those people are. Uh, uh, I don't even look at them, so I can't even tell you. But I know there's like Cajun seasoning or whatever, whoever, whatever, whoever seasoning that you want to use, you can actually add that too. You season, people season their chicken the way that they want to season it. Most people that I know use mainly like Lawry's or Morton's as their seasoning base with the garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, celery salt, and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, but you can you do it the way that you want to do it, but I would prefer that you kind of like marinate it in beet juice before you do it, and then season it, and then fry it. Good. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we got the legs here coated as well. Remember, this is for people who do not know how to cook. This is not for people who are experienced, advanced cooking. Because some people like their chicken a certain way and don't want to deviate from their recipe. So if that's you, that's you. So we're going to go ahead, stick these two in here. It's on 5. It's on 5. Since that's olive oil, I'm going to have to turn it down to 4 in a minute. And the way that I'm doing it, it's not going to come out golden brown as a lot of you people are so into, like, some people can make theirs perfectly golden brown all the time, like their fish and stuff like that. Mine is not going to be perfectly golden brown. I can just tell you that right now. But anyway, it's going to taste very good though, even though it's not going to be perfectly golden brown. I could make it perfectly golden brown, but I'm still that person that likes to cook mine just a little bit longer. I'm not into the juiciness of. That's for people that like juicy. I'm not into juiciness. I'm not into dry chicken either. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle when it comes to that, because I'd rather prefer to use a sauce, make my own sauce, a dipping sauce to go with it. That's the type of person I am. I prefer dipping sauces instead of the juice or tasting chicken juice or whatever the case may be. Whatever. Anyway, this your kitchen, your house, your rules, your way. Okay, that's how that goes. So let me go ahead and put these things up. Let's put the strawberries up. Put the Lord up. If you've been watching my show on my channel lately, we've been doing a lot of strawberries around here lately. That's not my thing. I mean, that's not the theme, but that's the theme of the area that I'm in. So whatever area that you're in, you use what your theme is. My theme is strawberries. So since I'm in the desert, in the low desert, my theme is strawberries. So it is what it is. I prefer blueberries, but strawberries here seems to be more readily available year round, more so than blueberries. So depending on your neck of the wood, you do what you do. I heard the chicken pop. Woo. The chicken is popping, so I'm gonna have to put a top on it. Let me show you what it's looking like now, since it's popping. And it's already got the nice brown color to it, but you know that is nowhere near done. I just stuck it in here. And this chicken here needs a top on it because it's popping. It just splattered grease all on the stove, which I gotta get off. Which I gotta get off the stove. I'll show you that too. Show you the grease that it just splattered. It just splattered all that grease. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. That's why I say stuff like this you gotta watch. And it's on 5, as you can see. Looks like a 2 to you maybe, but that's 5. So let me go ahead and get this grease off of here real quick before it starts to settle itself in. I'm gonna still cook this, like I told you, I gotta turn it down to 4. I gotta turn it down to 4 because of the type of stove that I'm using, and it's cooking pretty fast, and I'm only cooking 2 pieces here at a time for you guys. So I can sit here and let this cook for about 10-15 minutes, take it out, taste it. I like to do mine for 20 minutes. So I'll be sitting here shooting the breeze with you for the next 20 minutes. You can actually probably see me running around here and do a little cleanup as well as I'm sitting here waiting 20 minutes for that to finish cooking. And you probably won't see me, but you'll probably hear me in a minute. I'll take you over too. You probably see me doing it too as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these stuff in the sink. Get the silverware in the sink. Put the spices back up. Put the curry powder up and put the juniper berries back up. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Reese's anchovies into the cabinet as well, because I'm not gonna need these until I make the ravioli, which I say I'm gonna make it tomorrow, but more than likely it won't be tomorrow. More than likely, it'll be more so closer to Christmas Day, which is it's probably more so close to Christmas Day than tomorrow. So it's gonna say, like, okay. Now, for those that are, people probably think it's disgusting or whatever, but like if you're making homemade macaroni and cheese, if you're making like shells and pasta, you make your own shells and your own pasta. So mine is gonna sit here probably until like 24th or whatever. And after that, I know it always seems like I'll be on here and be like, is that a gap in there? But it's really not. I don't know why the camera's doing that. But so while everybody's making their macaroni and cheese, probably on the 24th or the night before, I'll probably be making beet ravioli. So pretty much. And mine is not going to. I'm not using cheese, so therefore, but which is another thing that you could actually use. You can make if you had the equipment, you could make some good macaroni and cheese that way too. So the way that I'm doing it, when you don't have the color, that's all in there. The way if I wanted to make macaroni and cheese out of that, I would use probably about the same recipe that I used as before I put the beets onto the actual pasta and wrapped it up. I would take the beets off of the pasta, leave the little stuff that I would actually put more juice inside the bag and have the bag more saturated than what it is, and let it sit, and then roll up my pasta, make my elbow noodles, and you make cheese the way you make cheese. Buy cheese, you make cheese, whatever the case may be. However you get your cheese, whatever kind of. See, that kind of cheese would be for the pasta that I'm making with the beets, would be like a Monster Gouda, which a lot of people don't tend to buy, or the cheddar cheese with a black rind that goes around it. That type of cheese. You use that type of cheese and that type of pasta to make macaroni and cheese. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. For those people that make that kind of stuff, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and put the salt up. For those who make that kind of stuff, and go ahead and put this oil up too. And the Hawaiian punch can go back up. Hawaiian punch can go back up. And while that is doing that, like I said, I got 20 minutes here to do this, that, the other. I'm going to go ahead and probably just bring you on over here as well, since I got 20 minutes, and I kind of want to see how far of a range I got on this. Let's see if I can get a good range on here. Okay, that's pretty much a good range. I don't know how far I can talk and you can hear me. I know you can't really see that much of what's going on here. You can probably only see about that far, and I don't know if I can go that far and talk to you and you can still hear me or whatever. But anyway, so I got like 20 minutes on that. We're gonna go ahead. I gotta go ahead and get in here and start sweeping. I gotta get in here and do some house cleaning. So I'm trying to see how far my little range goes on this little microphone and see if, because last night I did another little test to see how far the range goes on the microphone, and it went pretty far, but I wasn't this far away from it. So I'm going to see if I can be this far away from it. I know I have to talk a little bit louder as well, but that's okay. But if I can talk a little bit louder here to see how far this range is going, then that's fine with me. So what we're going to do is check that out for a minute, which is pretty much nothing. I'm going to see if I can bring you in closer to where I'm at, but maybe not. People really, you see people cleaning. You clean up your own house. So I'm doing nothing but sweeping and mopping. So real quick, while I got 20 minutes on the time, 20 minutes on the clock for the chicken, I got a little mess over here that I got to clean up. Got to do a little sweeping here and there. See if I can turn the light on, give you a little bit more light in here so you can see what's going on. There you go. There you can see. And I'll show you what I'm doing, the little mess I actually got to clean up so you can kind of see what's going on. There's a little mess over here, there's there. It's a little mess in the corner. The floor is kind of a little dirty, whatever it is. But yeah, so it had a little plant here, got a little mess to clean up, whatever. But anyway, just gonna do that real quick. I'm not really camera smart. I'm not camera savvy, so I don't really know the ins and outs of the workings of the camera. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and keep this going because, like I said, I'm going to pretty much try to get these 2 pieces of chicken inside of this video, and I'm going to pretty much cut this off and finish doing what I'm doing for the rest of the day. And you go about your business and you do what you're doing. So that's what it is. So I'll go ahead and get this in here real quick since I got the 20 minutes to fry the chicken. Just give us a quick sweep here. Not much of a detailed job. Not much to really sweep here. And give this a quick mop as well. I'm trying to see if I can focus this camera in on this area, and maybe you can see me doing those things. If I put the camera down here, like so, you can probably see a little bit better. Oh, what's going on? Something like that. Yeah, I think that's a bit. I think you can see a little bit better there. I don't know the range of, can you hear me as well? But we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. But we're gonna go ahead and sweep this a little bit for you. Get this out of here. It's Christmas time, so people gotta get up and clean up their house. You gotta get ready for company. This, that, and the other, which I'm not going to do a lot because to me it's a little bit too early to be trying to for company, because Christmas is, as they say, on Wednesday. Today is Saturday, so that's like 5 days away. So This is just a regular routine Saturday. Actually, this is just a regular routine Saturday. You know, what goes on here. So, this is normally a Friday, Saturday thing here. So, Friday and Saturday, normally you get up, sweep, mop, dust, do some mirrors and windows, and, just clean up a little bit. For, to get the week started. Because tomorrow is church. And some people, like here, still haven't returned back to the church building after the pandemic. Church is still being online here. So we're still doing online church, and that's what's going on here. So we haven't returned back to the building yet. I don't know if we're gonna ever return back to the building or whatever. I don't know. But since the pandemic, it's been pretty much online from that point on, which I don't really attend that church service that's online. I have an actual sit down. I have someone that comes over and we actually study the Bible together on Sunday around noontime. So I have that going on as well. So, I don't want to get into the specifics of all that, but I have church here on Sunday in more ways than one. So that's what that is. So going to kind of like clean up a little bit for that, get the house ready for it. As you can see, not much here to do. As you can see, I gotta get the dustpan though. That I don't see. Like I said, every time I try to come on here and do a video for some reason, which I need to, but like I said, I don't have the time for it. And if I was a full-time content creator to where, that was my full-time job, I would have the stuff prepared before time. But as of right now, I cannot find the dustpan as well, so I'm gonna have to use this plate. And I don't know where the rolling pin is either. I know it's in the garage somewhere, but exactly where, I have no idea. So it's probably going to take me a couple of days to find it. It's in the garage somewhere. I don't know where it is out there, but it's out there somewhere. I have to find the rolling pin to make the ravioli as well, so I'm not prepared for that either. So to me, it just makes the ravioli a little bit better. The longer and longer it sits there, it'll be much better. As long as it doesn't sit there more than 7 days, you're pretty much good to go on that. Okay. So we got the little sweet going as well. Chicken is still cooking. The chicken is going to take about another 10 minutes. I need to turn it over, which I turned it over the first time because it was browning really quick. So we're going to go back over here and give it get another 7 minutes on this side, and we're going to turn it over and do about another 3 to 4 on the other side, and we're going to call those 2 pieces done for you guys, and I can finish the rest the way that I choose, which should probably be about an extra 7 to 8 minutes on it. Kind of like almost like 15 minutes on both sides, but not quite 30 minutes. Probably would be like 8 minutes on each side or something like that. 16, close to 20 minutes, close to over 20 minutes. 11, 12, something like that. Somewhere in that vicinity. For me, not for you. For me, it's going to be about 11 or 12 on each side. That's the way I do mine. You know. So it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and
Put down some. I know I'm gonna get some flack for this. That's why I'm doing it this way too, because they're gonna say, "I'm gonna get some people. You're just pouring that directly onto the floor like that? You're not gonna dilute that in water? You don't have a bucket? You don't have a mop bucket? You're just gonna pour it directly on the floor and go?" Depending on your location, depending on your neighborhood, I'm in the low desert, so I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, I am. I'm just gonna pour it right on the floor and keep going. Okay. I'm not pretty much. I am kind of sort of under a water restriction, but I'm not. But since we're in the low desert, whatever the case may be, we're not under water restriction or anything like that. But to keep everything copacetic, you saw that mop hit that. Yeah, so you saw the mop hit that when I was saying copacetic. So it kind of was like, when stuff started hitting stuff, kind of trying to mess with my words there a little bit. But anyway, and since I don't have much of the other stuff that I need for my floor, which I know ain't nobody gonna help me pay for in no shape, form, or fashion. I know I'm not going to get a lot of likes or views on this video, and it's not going to go viral or anything like that. It's not going to propel me to get the product that I need. Like I said, I don't really get on here begging y'all, asking y'all for anything, but I just happened to notice that today is just one of those days. So, I just get on here and start rambling and talking as I go. Nothing is pre-recorded, nothing. I don't have a script or anything like that. It is what it is. But there is something that I do need that I'm running out of. So let me show you what it is. And people don't like that either. I'm gonna show you one thing, but like I say, the other thing is that every time I come over here, it's like something is not in place, and I need to get back to that. But this is one thing running low on that. As you can see, pretty much non-existent. I don't know if you can read that. This is a multi-surface concentrate. This is what we dilute in water. This is a multi-surface concentrate. Running out of it. So I can find this other thing I'm looking for. Nope. All right, let's see there. And this one, this is what we dilute in water. Running out of it. So, for you like you want your, I know some people are like, why is it, some people may ask the question, why does it look like this over here on these floors? Some people will say that these floors are not really clean or whatever. The lamination on these floors is not great or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to show you pretty much what the floors look like around here, even though I just mopped this little place this little area right here. But these are good for floors. If you need your floor done, I need some more of this. Not saying I'm asking you to get many, but I just need some more of this, and I need some more of this. I'm running low on that as well. I don't know if I can turn this around. I don't know if it'll turn around for me in the midst of me recording. But if not, anyway, let me show you the floors. I know you can see the floor this way. I haven't really came in here and mopped, and I really just did a quick sweep in here. But like right there, as you can see, that little spot right there needs to get got. And over here in this corner, you can see those little spots over there. But pretty much around here, back through there, those little spots there need to get got. But if you can see the floor, you see those little spots come from stuff like that. You get little spots like that going around here, stuff like that. But for the most part, if you can see the floor is pretty decent. I know I'm walking pretty fast. I'm gonna kind of slow down for you. But the floors here are pretty decent. Pretty much decent. You know, come all the way through here and get into where it's getting dirty at, like right up in here, right around my room. It's getting dirty around there. Bathroom floor, you can see those type of things like that. This room needs to be mopped as well. This floor is probably the dirtiest, but that's okay. You can see, this just shows you the contrast of the difference of, see, this is a good day I can show you the contrast here of the floor. And you can see the difference between the floor as well. For those out there who may want new tile and new floors in their place, I don't think that this type of here, this one, if I had my way, I would remove this floor. I would remove this floor here. This floor right here, I would remove this one. As you can see, it attracts dirt. Unlike this one, as you can see. This doesn't attract that much dirt for some reason. And it's pretty much good to go. But yeah, so that's what that is. Since we're doing that, let's go ahead and check on this chicken. And you can see the floor. And so this floor in here compared to that other wood floor in there, you know, the kitchen here gets a lot of traction. As you know, I'm in here pretty much cooking all the time. But I just want you to see the difference between these floors too. So this floor here is a lot much cleaner, and it doesn't attract as much dirt as the other one. Now this here is just a little spill or whatever from the, you know, me cooking or whatever, which I'm about to get in here and mop this up anyway. But you can see the difference between the floors. This floor here, of course, it's dirty right now. You got to see the dirt. So this floor is dirty in here. Got to mop it today. But you see the difference. This floor still looks better than the other floor that is attracting all of that dirt. And this one does not attract as much dirt as the other one. So for Christmas or New Year's and next year, for those people who want new floors and new cabinets, whatever, they get the chicken. So some would take it out then, some would take it out now. There's some, for some people that would be done. They don't mind it being a little juicy and you know, it's not bloody or anything like that, but it's, for me, it's got to cook a little bit longer. Just a little bit, not much. We're gonna take that out in a minute and let you, you know, I'll taste it for you and let you see that. So anyway, let's get back to the floor that we're doing. So you see the difference between the floor, and you know, I'm not taking you all the way over there. this is not going to be that type of video where you see me, doing this whole thing, finish cleaning up or whatever. But anyway, I'm just doing this so when the chicken get done, we can take it out, let it cool for a minute, can taste it for you, and let you see what's going on with that. Got the beet ravioli into the refrigerator. It's going to sit there for about a couple of days, and that's going to be pretty much that done deal data for that. For those who maybe at Easter time may want to brush up on some, get you a nice pasta machine, get a pasta cutter. For those people who may be getting a pasta cutter for Christmas, birthday or whatever, it's still birthday season, it's still Christmas season, it's still that type of season for those people that are getting, that in that type of stuff. So, get your nice little pasta cutter or whatever. Get you a nice little beet ravioli recipe going on, get it started, get yourself, if you want to get yourself into making pasta to where you don't have to go to the grocery store all the time and pick up the, because they don't, like they say, all markets don't carry the same type of, because I can tell you one thing, which I don't like to do. I'm not going to say a store name, but some stores carry thin spaghetti and some stores carry angel hair pasta. So when you get into those types of situations, because every store is not the same and every store doesn't carry all the same brands of pasta either. So there may be a particular brand of pasta that you like over the other. I don't know. But me personally, I hate to say this and I hate to shout out to that store. I hate to tell that store that, they have a product that I don't care for, but I prefer angel hair pasta over thin spaghetti. What's the difference? I don't know. I think angel hair is just a little bit thinner. It's a little bit thinner than thin spaghetti. So I prefer angel hair because, and another thing about angel hair pasta, it doesn't take that long to cook at all. I mean, like 7 minutes, if your water is hot, nice and boiling already, with your salt and oil in it as well, get your pot nice and boiled. You can, it can be done like 7 minutes. It wouldn't take 10 minutes. It doesn't take 10 minutes on angel hair. So, that it doesn't. Now, thin spaghetti, on the other hand, takes up to 10 minutes or more. And the thicker the spaghetti, the thicker the pasta, the longer it takes. So yeah, that's what that is. So, that chicken has got about 4 more minutes on it for me to take it out and let it cool for a minute and put 2 more in there. Actually, I can put 2 more in there, and I'm gonna do 2 by 2 today. Put 2 more in there and let it go. And then get off of here and let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day. So that's what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and run down here. Thank you, Mr. Weatherman, and hope you. So for those people down in the Caymans, how is it down in the Caymans this holiday? I heard it was beautiful. That's what I heard. I heard it was nice down there. Not sure for myself. But maybe it is. All the people down in Colombia and North Venezuela, okay, St. Vincent de Grenadine. How are y'all doing? Why don't I really see too much of that type of island cooking going on? Maybe I'm not looking at the right channel. Maybe the algorithm is not putting you on my page. But I would love to see some of those Cayman Island recipes, some of those Bahama recipes. I see Jamaican recipes all the time, and I think I would want something a little different. I don't see too many Colombian recipes either. Venezuelan, I don't really see much of that. I'm not going out to look for it either, but like I say, if it doesn't come up on my algorithm, if you're not generating enough views or whatever, you don't have your channel is not interacting with mine, then pretty much I don't go seeking out much of anything anymore. What I do now is I let YouTube give me their algorithm and I'll run with that for the most part. Unless it's just something that I just gotta go investigate or something that I gotta get some knowledge and information on, then I'll go seek it out more than likely. If it's not under the algorithm and it's not coming up in the queue, then more than likely you're not being watched over here. Those channels are not coming up. So I don't know what to say about that. But I would love to see some of those recipes over there. I really would. And I still have time as I do this and I finish this little mop right here before this chicken comes out. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it with that scent not being around. I'm just sorry. I'm not that type of vegetarian. I'm not that type of vegan. And if you are, and if you're disgusted by, and if meat makes you sick, the smell of meat or whatever, that's going to be on you. But that's not what's going on over here. So we got about a couple more minutes for this chicken to come out. And we're going to do a real quick vegan little thing for Tabitha Brown. We have some Tabitha Brown seasoning here, so we're going to do a quick little, if this camera want to act right, which I know it never wants to act right, just act right. Okay. Go ahead and act right. So we're going to do a quick vegan stir fry, real quick, real fast. No more than 5 minutes on it. Not going to take much. And we're going to go ahead and use what we got here. We're going to go ahead and use the beet tops. We're going to stick with the same category. We're going to stick in the same category. We're going to do some beet tops, and we're going to go there today. We're going to go there today for you guys out there, for you vegan people out there. The theme is Christmas. The theme is red. So we're going to go there. We have this nice apple here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know if you can read that. If I can get a close up on it. If you can see what it says, but no, you can't see what it says. It says naturally red inside. That little writing right there that you can't see, those little white words, white letters, says it's naturally red inside. So, we're finna do a quick little stir fry for you. So we're gonna show it to you. We're gonna go ahead and cut this apple open as well. This is another one of those magic erase moments because it's got this red juice. So we're gonna use this. As you can see, it's naturally red inside. We're gonna do a quick, really quick stir fry for you. Real quick, vegan. Okay. What I can do is take these chicken out for you other people, which, like I say, it's done. And I can eat it this way because I eat it this way if I go to your house or if I go to a grocery store or something like that and get it from somebody else. They would damn sure serve it to me just like this. They would definitely serve it to me just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Go ahead and take these out. If I was at a grocery store or somebody's house or whatever the case may be, they would serve it to me pretty much just like this. If you can get a close up, if you can get a shot on there. Yeah, they would serve it to me about like that. It would be served about like that. So anyway, we're gonna let that cool for a minute. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna do a quick vegan stir fry. And I'm gonna be a little kind to you people to let you know that I'm gonna be just a little kind to you people. I'm gonna go ahead and take the grease off the stove for you people. I'm gonna actually sit it to the side just because, just be nice to me. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off the stove. We're gonna turn the stove back on. And we're going to switch this up. We're going to turn this on to 9. Get it up to 9. We're going to make a quick vegan stir fry. We got a rutabaga. Mr. Rutabaga, Ronnie. Rutabaga Batchley. You down in Batchley, Georgia? Anybody in Batchley? Go get some nice rutabagas. Appleton County, on point today. So we got the rutabaga. We got the naturally red apple inside. We're gonna use a bell pepper, beet leaves. Nice little vegan thing for you. And we're gonna add. We're gonna make it really interesting for you. We're gonna go ahead and use that as well. Since that's the theme that's going on over here. Are these open? If this is open, I won't use it. It's open. Can't use anything that's been pre-opened. So we're gonna let that go. But what we can do is we're gonna go ahead and make this for you, this vegan style stuff for you. And gonna make it a nice little quick stir fry. So we're gonna add some. This is the only part of this recipe that has to go in first, and this is going to give me a little. It's going to be a little crunchy here. For what I'm not going to use much, but we have some lentils. We're going to go ahead and get this pot over here. Had it on there for a minute. We're going to add. I'm going to show you. Not much. I don't know if you can see this, but this is going to be like a couple of drops of lentils. Not many, just a few drops. I got about. Not even 20 lentils in there. Not even about 20 lentils in there. We're going to go ahead and, this is for the little vegan people. Got about 20 lentils. We're going to add about 3 almonds to that. Got 20 lentils, about 20 lentils, 3 almonds. 20 lentils, 3 almonds. We'll use about 3 or 4. We got 3 here. We got 3 Brazil nuts. Anyway, I'll show it to you in a minute. We got 3 Brazilian nuts there, almonds, Brazilian nuts, and we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 pecans. We're gonna go ahead and add that in there for you, like so. If you can see, pecans, Brazil nuts, almonds, and lentils. We got that in there. We're going to stick with the theme. We're going to stick with our theme today, which I'm running out of, but that's fine. We're going to use 2 juniper berries as well. Add the 2 juniper berries there. We're going to go ahead and add this to the stove. Turn it on. We're going to start these first. We're going to turn it up to 9. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of water. Not a 1/4 cup of water, I'm sorry. A 1/3 cup of water. We got it on 9. We got a 1/3 cup of water. So we got the almonds, Brazil nuts, the pecans, the lentils, and a 1/3 cup of water on the stove on 9. We're going to bring that up just to soften it up just a little bit while we prepare the rest of these recipes. And while they're softening up on 9, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Tabitha Brown seasoning. Forgive me if I don't know anything, but forgive me. But we're going to go ahead and, which I got it on sale, as you can see, for $3. We're going to use the Tabitha Brown all-purpose garlic, ginger, pineapple, mango. We're going to use that. Not much. I'm going to go ahead and measure it out for you right now, just so you can see how much we're going to use. We're not using much as well. That's it. One more. Very little on the seasoning. Nowhere that, if you could see how much seasoning this is, you would probably cry. You like that's all? That's all the seasoning you're gonna use? Yeah, we're gonna use just very little bit of seasoning. If I can get it, if I can show it to you. This camera always want to act funny. Funny, honey. There you go. You can see about that much. I'm gonna add about that much because only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm gonna. Oh my God! No, I didn't just do that. Yes, I did. Pop mistake. No, I didn't just put the top back on. And the seasoning went all over the counter. Okay. But anyway, but it's still about the same amount. Same amount. The reason why I'm doing this is because as you can see, there was no garlic or onion in this recipe today at all. So here's the garlic and onion, well, garlic and ginger. Here's the garlic and ginger pineapple mango. So we won't have any of that in any of this other stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of garlic, ginger, pineapple, mango, very little, very little, to the lentils, Brazil nuts, pecans, and almonds. Very little. So what we're going to do, I only did that just for the ginger and the garlic flavor and taste, just for a little bit. So you go ahead and get these rutabagas sliced. Like I said, I know, I'm telling you, it's like a quick little 5-minute stir fry, which it would be if I had these already prepared, which people get on here and always talking about it only takes this long, that long, or whatever. Actually, if you get it prepared before time, the cooking time plus prep time, this will take about 15 minutes at the most, only for the prep and the cooking time is very minimal, more like 7 minutes. So that's not long. So we're going to cut off some rutabaga here. I know you can't see it, I'll show it to you in a minute. We'll show you the rutabagas cut up in just a minute. The rutabagas. We're taking a little trip down to Appleton County in Batchley, Georgia, way across area where The Color Purple was filmed at. So we're going to take you down to that little area of town. We're going to take you down to the little Color Purple area of town today. So we got the rutabagas in here. We're going down to Appleton County. So we got the naturally red apple that's naturally red on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and slice that up as well with this rutabaga. I'm going to go ahead and slice that up as well. Not going to use much of that as usual. Not using much. Not going to use this whole apple. All of this stuff is pretty much by ear. And I'm probably will have this done quick enough time where these chicken legs can cool down to a good enough temperature to where I can just go ahead and sit here and have a nice little meal all together with the chicken legs before I cook the next batch of chicken legs and finish cleaning up the house. So we got that. We got the rutabaga. We got the apple. We got the bell pepper. Let's take this bell pepper real quick. We got that over there boiling in less than a third cup of water to soften up those tree nuts. Go ahead and get this bell pepper in here like so. Like that. Very quick, very simple, easy. We're going to take these beet leaves, exnate some of these stems. I'm going to take some of these beet leaves. This is for you vegan people. We're going to have a nice little vegan side dish for you as well. For those who, don't prefer to have the chicken, And if you want, and like I say, if you're doing the beet ravioli, whatever, and you're squeamish on anchovies or whatever, and if you don't eat meat or whatever, anchovies is really, get with it. Suck it up. Suck it up. Just suck it up. They're very small pieces of anchovies or whatever. And if you wanted to, top this on top of your ravioli, which wouldn't be bad at all. And we're going to keep this really simple. I'm not going to make it too complex, too complicated for you. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of these beet leaves in here though. Since I got them all out of here, let me go ahead and add the rest, all the ones that I did get. Not going to leave any of those out. And I'll show you how much bell pepper which is in here, which is not much. Show you the combination that's going on here.
And cut this up like so. The chicken is sitting there ready. The chicken is ready to be tasted. I'm working on 2.5, 3 hours on this video, which is fine with me, don't care. So let me separate this so you can see the ratio that's going on here. There's your ratio of your rutabagas, your naturally red apple, your bell peppers, and your beet leaves. I'm gonna go ahead and work with that. Take you over here to where it's at the point that I wanted it. If you can see, that's boiling down really quick, really good. I'm gonna go ahead and add in these ingredients. There's nothing in there. Nothing else on the stove. Being kind to you vegans out there. Give you a little extra little into your world. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. Add that. Do that. The only thing here that we're not going to do, we're not going to add any oil to this. We're going to go ahead and add a dab of apple cider vinegar. We're not going to use oil here. We're going to use the apple cider vinegar. Just a dab. Hopefully it don't do more than what I wanted. There we go. Hopefully it didn't get in there as much. You know, sometimes it does that. Like, I don't want that much in there. That's enough. Get the little, you know, I can never find stuff on when you're not damn, prepared to do this stuff on time. Go ahead and get this in here. We're not using oil. We got this water in here. As you can see. Keep that. And this is only, and I'm not gonna cook this a long way either. To be honest with you, it's not gonna be cooked. It's just gonna get heated up, pretty much. It's pretty much gonna warm this up as a nice little warm, a nice little, I'm not gonna ruin it for you people. I'm not gonna ruin it for the vegetarians, but people out there know what I'm talking about. What would be an excellent choice to go in here right now. But we're not gonna ruin it for you people. We're gonna go ahead and turn this down to 3 and let it simmer, let it cook on 3 for about a couple more minutes. Now that's for you vegetarian people. Okay, now for us regular people, we're gonna go ahead and see what the chicken is coming out like. What the chicken is coming out like. This is not the other piece that you saw, which this is the way that most people like theirs. Most people would prefer it to look some similar to that. Nice and golden brown. Nice golden brown. Some people prefer it to be a little darker brown, with a little burnt hints here and there. These are my people, so we're gonna go in. Did you see? Chicken is done all the way through. I ain't gonna tell you what this tastes like. I am gonna tell you what it tastes like. I really am going to tell you what it tastes like, and you'll probably be shocked. I'll tell you what it tastes like. If you ever listen to somebody, this is no lie. This is no lie, this is the truth. If you ever listen to anybody telling you they know how to make KFC style chicken, don't let them lie to you and have you go buy all that extra stuff that you don't need.
The only difference here to make this a full-fledged KFC chicken, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it tastes exactly like KFC chicken. Exactly like KFC chicken. The only difference is this. Let me see if I can pull it out. Pull it out. Nope. Nope, I can't pull it out. But that does give me a chance to do something else I need to do real quick. And let that sit over there for the 3 or 4 minutes that I need to sit over there for. Now, as usual, I ain't gonna be able to find it right quick for you. But I do have one. I do have one. Believe it or not. I actually do have one. Just can't tell you, I can't find it for you right now. I thought it would be sitting out readily available, but it's not. It's probably in there, which I have to move that to get in there. But it's more than likely in there. I do have the pressure cooker that you put on top of the stove that you cook the chicken in. So that's that would be the only difference between the actual KFC style chicken versus the regular type that I cooked this in. Instead of using this, you would want to use a pressure cooker and fry it in the pressure cooker. You kind of just on the top of the stove. It's great. You eventually, if you keep looking at my channel, I'll pull it out one day. Pretty soon, probably sometime in January, I show it to you. I don't know if I was looking for it. And rolling pin is out there somewhere too. I don't know where it's at. But I was looking for it in a minute. Let's taste our KFC chicken. I don't know what I do. So this is the cheapest version of KFC. Not gonna lie. Go back, watch the video, get the ingredients, and we good to go. You could fool somebody with this. You get it in a pressure cooker, cook it right in the pressure cooker, the kind that they put on top of the stove, you'd be good to go. So we want to keep this going the way that it is. So anyway, here you go. I don't know to you. I can tell you this. The KFCs that I've been to, like the one that's on, I think it's on Mapleton Parkway, the all-you-can-eat KFC. If you've ever been to an all-you-eat KFC, I think it's on Mapleton Parkway or something like that. South Cobb Drive, Mapleton Park. I think it's on Mapleton Parkway, not South Cobb Drive. I don't know what made me think of South Cobb Drive. I think it's on Mapleton Parkway or something like that. Not too far from Fulton Industrial. I know that much. Veterans Memorial, Mapleton Parkway, one of them two. I don't know. Whatever it is. You invite you all you eat KFC chicken. Here you go. Rendition version of KFC. Not like what those other people will tell you to get. All of those other spices and stuff. So, poor man version of KFC. So, you want to make it, there you go. So, anyway, so we'll taste it up for you. Cook the bird, test bird, so taste what it tastes like. Sound like KFC? No lie.
That's going to be about the closest you can get to KFC rendered chicken. Get you some of that. And it happened to be exactly 11 of those. Don't ask me. Don't ask me about that. Thank you. Okay. Do not ask me about that. So here we go with this. This is done for my vegan community. For my veganers out there. I'm going to go ahead and take this out here as well. Take it off the stove. And put this grease back on the stove so I can finish frying my chicken and clean it up. Heat that back up. Heat that back up. The cosmic apple cake recipe. I ain't gonna tell you all of it. I ain't gonna tell you everything. I ain't gonna tell you everything, but anyway, whatever. You figure that out on your own. You tricked it the way you want to do it. Anyway, it has nothing to do with juniper berries. I can tell you that though. There's no juniper berries in the cosmic apple cake. Just know that. Lies. Actually, there's only like 3. Yeah, there's like 3 juniper berries in the cosmic apple cake. But anyway, and other ingredients as well. So anyway, so for the vegan people out there, we got the little baby. Oh my God, Jesus! Oh my God, no! Oh Lord, no! Oh my God, no! Whew. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me be professional here, just a little bit. Let me just a tad bit professional here. Anyway, so we have this nice little vegan thing going on here for you. You look at it. As you can see. So this is something I'm going to do in my own time. I'll put that to the side and finish that on my own time. You're right. Oh my God. Anyway, I had to get a Brazil nut in there before I ended that to distill it off. Anyway, so holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, birthday, whatever. There you go. So I'm gonna get back to this chicken that we're doing. Now these right here have sat in the beet juice a little longer. We sat in the beet juice much longer than the first ones I had. So the color is a little bit more pronounced and profound. Whatever. So we're going to put this into this flour, like so. And people have, you know what? I'm gonna just bring that up anyway. People have them type of moments. People have those type of moments. And see, a lot of people don't want to record themselves and make videos or whatever. But you know what? There was an issue. I mean, before I even get into any of that, the issue that was going on last night, that whole issue of the video that this is my channel, so I have a video that I posted yesterday about a certain issue. Anyway, so recording videos is kind of to record yourself and to replay yourself and look at yourself, not every day, not all the time. And see, I'm just an advocate. I'm not the type of person to just try to record to remember what I did, for the rest of my life. I didn't start out doing that. I didn't start out journaling and writing down everything that I did today, or for those who went past the journaling and the writing part and came up to the journaling and the video area part, to where you got a camera now. You don't pretty much have to write down everything that you've done. You can pretty much use the camera and whatever and record yourself 24/7 because some people are into that type of in-depth journaling of themselves. I'm not into that type of in-depth journaling of myself. But once I did journal myself, when I came into this type of atmosphere, what you find a lot of times is a lot of people do go vegan that way. A lot of people go vegan doing self-journaling. So, just like here in this situation, I think that flour, that oil needs a minute or two over there. But yeah, so a lot of people do that. A lot of people find themselves in situations like that, to where, like the situation here, which is better, or the chicken, just the fried chicken, better than that. That's up to you to decide on which is better. I know it's time to shave. You can see, and I like that too. You can kind of see the hairs like growing in right now. Mm-hmm. I ain't trying to be all like that, all up on you like that though, but it is what it is. But when you do self-journaling and stuff like that, that's how a lot of people eventually go vegan and vegetarian. They journal themselves to death, and they come up with stuff like that. Because, but like I say, I had an issue last night, and I have an ongoing issue of a certain topic that I'm not trying to talk about. So that's why I'm not going totally vegan. That's why I would just honestly say and just call it out and say it is what it is. Because I don't want to get into this conversation about what this actually entails and what this actually is and what you're actually doing and what you're actually engaging in. On both of those fronts, if you look at them from the perspective that I'm looking at them from, if you look at them from the perspective that I'm looking at them from, you will find yourself in that same situation. But we're not talking about that anyway. So, but yeah, so a lot of people go vegan that way. A lot of people will end up going, you self-journal yourself and, you say just like now, sitting here doing these, getting these chicken legs together for you, find some chicken for you. And, and there's that situation right there. There's that situation right there for those vegan people. And honest to God, to you, that's for me, for my own time. And that ain't for you. That's for me. So, and I gotta go finish cleaning up anyway and stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this, get 2 more pieces of this chicken in there, since I've been on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and smoke a cigar too as well. I'm gonna go ahead and do it all for you today on here, except for the marijuana part. We're not gonna do that part today, but anyway, I'm gonna get a little cigar going on in here in a minute. For me, I'm gonna tell you about that. Me and my vegan kick and trip, and me and my vegetable trip and stuff like that. I don't care what nobody say. To me, I know they say smoking is bad for you, whatever the case may be. But to me, I couldn't be no vegetarian without smoking. I could not be a vegetarian without smoking. Me personally, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I know other people can do it, but me personally, no. And I find myself on them days, like I be telling, sometimes I tell you,
we're eating like stuff like that. I like, well, today I'm not going to be eating the rest of that for the rest of the day. I only got like one bowl of that, but but I engage in a lot of fruits and vegetables over here. Okay, I can show you tons of them right now. Okay, which I will show you in a minute while I'm doing this chicken. You know, so like that. You know, like like that. Come over here, like that. You know, come over here, like that. And come over here, and and you're sitting there like that. You know. So, and the nuts and all that stuff to go in already too. And we just go ahead and go all the way with it. That's how it is. I mean, when you see people, when you're like inundated with this stuff all the time, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's broccoli and tomatoes and all that stuff in there. But anyway, that's all the other stuff in there. But so, so a lot of people do eat a lot of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. Some people will sit around and snack on that stuff all the time. But me personally, I can't. That's just me. I just tell you what I can do, so I ain't got to repeat that to you again. But so anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this chicken in here, and why that is, I don't know. I really don't know, but to me, they seem to go together very well. They seem to go together very well for some strange reason or another. But I'm not going to get into that whole topic of conversation with you. Smoking and not smoking, and because there are some people that I know that have smoked up all the way up into their 80s and 90s. Not saying that they didn't have health problems, not saying that they didn't have this, that, and the other, but they still was 80 and 90 years old and still smoking. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie. My god grandfather. Yeah, he smoked all the way up until the only thing that took him out. Bad topic of conversation. Very bad topic of conversation. We're talking about that. But anyway, I'm just be truthful though. The only thing that took him out was that he fell and broke his leg. He was 82 years old. He fell and broke his leg, and he ended up going to the hospital, and he never recovered from the fall. But that was about it. But like they say, when you're up in age anyway and you fall and break your hip, not his leg, his hip. If you break your hip, and you're like in your 80s or whatever, you may not survive. And he was one of those ones that didn't survive. So anyway, he fell and broke his hip, but he was 82 years old. Yeah. So, but he died around he was about 83 because he was in the hospital when he died. So I think his birthday came or whatever. He was in the hospital. He was about 83 when he died. But he broke his hip, and he was heartbroken. So he was ready to go at that point anyway. He was heartbroken, and at 83, he was ready to go. He was ready to go. He was heartbroken. Yeah, he was. He was heartbroken. So he didn't have much to. Once you get into, I mean, if you don't have the support around you, when you're like in your mid 80s to like early 90s, you need support. You actually need help. You know what I mean? You can't live alone like that. So he was heartbroken. So he went ahead and gave up the ghost. Other than that, he probably would have been one of those that was probably into their early 90s. I can go ahead and put all of these in here, which is good, so I don't have to make 2 more trips on the timer. I can put all those chicken legs in there. I don't have to do 2 and 2 on that because that's going to be for me and not for you guys. So I just showed you the little recipe that we're doing today and stuff like that. So thank you again for coming over here and hanging out with me and chilling. I don't know who says that, but anyway, I just really think that thank you guys for looking and if you enjoy the content or whatever,
mantra: like, share, subscribe the video to anybody that you know. And hopefully you found this to be informative and helpful in any type of way. Maybe you got a nice little good salad idea or a nice little, you know, vegan option that you might want to try. That you might like. You might find something like that you might like. So anyway, that's a nice little option for those vegan people out there. And for those struggling people who's tired of which I know there's probably some people out there that say they're tired of that. But because you know that's one of their ritual routines. So if you're tired of that, then that's on you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my community. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my home. But anyway, hopefully this was helpful in any kind of way to anybody out there watching. So like I said, I'm not really sponsored by anybody. I'm not trying to be sponsored by anybody. But the product that I'm endorsing going on right now are the juniper berries. I'm endorsing juniper berries. Okay? That's what I'm endorsing today, are the juniper berries. If you can find some, find them. You know, and juniper berries, for those people who know, and I know that you know, if you're Mr. and Mrs. Washington, D.C., if you're Mr. Washington, then I would suggest that you order you a bottle of muscadine wine and add the juniper berries to the muscadine wine with some ice chips, and you're good to go. So anyway, so if you're in the DC area, Virginia area, North Carolina area, Delaware area, anywhere up under your drone activity area, anywhere you're up under there, West Virginia, them places, whatever, get you some nice muscadine wine, get you some juniper berries and put it on ice, and enjoy your holiday, enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to you guys, and hopefully that you have a happy holiday. Don't mind if you're new to my channel and you're searching me out or whatever. Pay no attention. Oh God, somebody's making. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? So somebody over in the Washington D.C. area called Flagpole Flagship, Mr. Catch the satellite by the tongue, ho. That person right there. If you anyway, that person was trying to make a making a reference to cauliflower and kale and lemon chicken, which is good for those people that aren't eating that. If that's your area, if you're into cauliflower, kale, and lemon chicken, then so be it. But anyway, somebody's trying to make a reference to that. Anyway, but like I was saying, you enjoy yourself, you enjoy the part of the country that you're in, and you engage in the stuff that's going on in your area. For those people, for my people that are up to the north, you know, I got you too. For all the people in the northern Midwest, we'll do you sometime next year, maybe. You won't see that here this year, but for like the Montanians and the people in that little section, you know, from Gary to like Milwaukee or whatever, from Gary to Boise, one of the in that area, we got you too. We got you covered too, but just not today. So anyway,
Y'all have a good day. Y'all got to enjoy yourself. I got to get back in here and finish doing what I'm doing. As you can see, need to shave as well after I get through sweeping and mopping and cleaning up and finish cooking. Like I say, if you like the video, if you're just new to my channel, this is the thought that I was going on before Mr. Grab a Satellite by the Tongue was trying to make a reference to a video. Um, Disregard. Don't pay that no attention. Okay. If you want to search my channel and search and see, check out videos that I have on. There's a video from yesterday that it's going to garner some attention, some kind of way, but pay that no mind. Pay that no mind. Just say whatever. It is what it is. Today we're having, well, not today. Today we prepared to have beet ravioli with anchovies for those who were into yesterday's video. So if you're into yesterday's video, the synopsis of that video is beet ravioli with anchovies. Hope you have a nice, happy January 20th on Inauguration Day. Hopefully when you get into your new position in office in Congress or in the Senate or in the White House, that you come in on a good foot, that you have a good time, that you I know that I'm thinking that there's a party going on somewhere on like January 20th, January 21st, after everybody gets sworn in to the new Congress and the new House and the new president. I'm thinking that to me, if I was going to the Congress or the Senate or the White House or whatever, and I'm supposed to be in there on January 20th, so on January 19th to January 21st, I'm partying. Okay? Me and my party, we out having fun. We dancing and singing and cutting up and acting the fool as we do. And we're having good food and stuff like that. We have all the trimmings on the tree and it's, all of the above, So for you people out there who are sad and lonely and depressed, I don't know. Why would you be sad, lonely, and depressed? I have no idea. In this country of ours, why would you be sad, lonely, and depressed? I have no idea. Pull yourself up on your bootstraps, as they say. Don't take no wooden nickels, as they say as well. And ignore people who wants to go around and say that you're racist, that you're this, that you're other. Be yourself. Be yourself. Ignore what people are saying about you. There's only love over here. There's no hatred toward anybody over here. Speak your mind. Say what you want to say. It doesn't offend me in any type of way, any shape, form, or fashion. As long as you're not putting your hands on me, as long as you're not cutting me and shooting me with any deadly weapons, me and we can sit up here and tongue fight until whenever, as they do over there, in Congress and the Senate, they tongue fight all the time. So if we're just tongue wrestling and tongue fighting, then so be it. As long as you're not cutting me with no knives or shooting me with no gun or sticking me in no damn electric chair, we good to go. So other than that, I don't see why you would have a bad day. I don't understand why you can't enjoy yourself and you can't enjoy your life. Get out, get a job, go to work, build your family, build yourself up, get the things that you need. It's Christmas time. Let's have fun. And hopefully when I see you back here in January, around sometime in there at the inaugurational party, which I'm going to try to be partying myself around inaugurational time. I'm going to try to have me a drink or two, as they would say. Kahlua is always a good thing, So hopefully I can have me some Kahlua by inauguration time, but not saying that I'm growing Kahlua, not saying that, or anything like that. Not saying that Kahlua is here in any type of way, but Kahlua is just the type of drink that it's my liquor. That's my liquor. You drink the liquor that you drink, and you enjoy your life the way that you enjoy yours. So we are out of here. Hopefully, like I say, y'all have fun. Do what you need to do. Keep yourself up, and have a good day.